Alright, so last time we were able to quench the blade and it did just fine. So today what we're going to focus on is the grinding and the temper. Now the temper is going to be a little challenging because it's a very long blade. It doesn't fit in my oven, so I have no choice but to do a torch temper. How are you going to do a torch temper, you say? With a hook. I'll show you. Then after that, probably in another video, we'll have to do the guard and the pommel. Pretty straightforward. All it requires is a lot of careful attention to the details so you can keep your line straight. So I actually started off with a 36 grit belt. It's pretty aggressive, but it helps me get off all the scale and all the nasties to just get down to clean steel. You probably remember in another video I told you that I left it a little bit thick so that I could make sure I grind it as straight as possible. So some of the things we're looking for is keep the cutting edge straight and working on that fuller. So yeah, I start with a 36 grit and work my way up. The 36 grit helps me establish some really rough but pretty clean lines, helps me get it to the basic thickness that I want. And then we work up to a 60 and a 120 and a 220 and a 320 and a 400. And then finally, after 400, I'll use a Scotch-Brite belt, which is also called a conditioning belt. That helps me to sort of blend it all together a little bit. And then at the very end, I'll hit it on the wire wheel. Gives it sort of a brushed look. This is sort of a funny angle here to get the fuller in, but I don't have a lot of the fancy equipment that helps me to do it, so I have to eyeball it and do it all by hand, which isn't bad, but it's more challenging and it takes longer, so slow and easy. Now here's a really tricky part. Tempering the blade without overheating it or without heating it unevenly. Really, this took a really long time. It took me about an hour for the first one, and it's just slow and easy, watching it carefully, trying to get as consistent of colors as you can. Dark straw, maybe a hint of blue is good for this one. This is 5160 steel, so it's good and nice and flexible anyway, but we have to temper it. Otherwise, this is a non-functional blade because it'll just snap right in half. And honestly, that's about all we have for today. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a comment if you did, like it, all that stuff. But yeah, stay tuned because this is coming along well. And once again, if you like this and you want to see more of this, we'll be doing more than just Longclaw. But make sure you subscribe because there's a lot of cool stuff coming. I hope you like it. Helps us the channel out a lot. Hope you do it. See you.